All right, Julian here from J. Lewis Trading, and I just wanted to put this together for you to give you some insight into the two patterns that I trade all the time. Now, every single trader is going to be different. Every set of eyes is going to be different. You're going to be able to see certain patterns better than other people can see them, and there are going to be some patterns that other people can see well that you just can't see at all. That's okay. That is simply about trading in your comfort zone. And for me personally, the two patterns that I trade all the time are because they're the ones that I see all the time, and they are the flags and the ascending triangles. And those are the long trades that I do. And on the short side, flag breakdown, so a bear flag or descending triangles with a lead-in bearish trend. So I just want to give you three examples of the flags that I like to trade constantly, and the consistency of the flags and the ascending triangles, and how they tend to play themselves out over a period of time. So this is a daily chart that I wanted to show you. This is a stock that the lead-in trend you can see is very, very bullish. And even over the last little while, the general trend has been very, very bullish. It finds a high, pulls back, sort of consolidates and creates this coiling effect before breaking out. And you can see when it does break out, it breaks out very, very well intraday, about $49, and then it goes all the way up, and it's trading in and around that 51.5 area, just shy of that anyways. But I just want to give you an example of how flags can break out. Now, over a multi-day trade, if you're trading this with common stock or even some options, there are some very, very, very nice potential returns to be made on a trade like this. For example, if I was trading this right down through here, this breakout, if I was buying this candle right here, I'd have a low right down here, a stop, if you will, of $48. You can see that my stops are very, very tight. I like to play patterns all day long, but I also, when I'm going to get into a position, I lead in heavy, and I usually lead in with a very, very tight stop. And this would be an example of how I would get in and where I'd place a simple stop. This is another flag pattern that you can see that creates over a period of time. This is actually in Facebook, but I just wanted to bring this to your attention. This stock COP, I'm actually in an options trade, and the follow stock over here that I'm going to go over on a 1-minute chart is also something that we traded. This is not something that I'm in, but I did want to give you some insight as to how the flag pattern plays itself out again. Strong lead-in trend. And then you can see that it starts to not necessarily get choppy, but it starts to create that pennant, if you will. When it breaks that upside right through here, you can't see the momentum indicator, but the momentum indicator is telling you that the market is about to get long this stock. And the momentum indicator in no way, shape, or form was wrong. You can see that a breakout right through over here at about 170 tears itself to the upside, and you can see that it peaked itself up out around 175 before pulling back and taking a breath. So again, that flag pattern is something that if I see it, or when I see it, I will just simply trade it. I will put on the appropriate amount of risk, and that's it, and I just go to work. And so again, that's the flag pattern and how that breaks out. This is more of an ascending triangle. Some people call it a flat top breakout. I call it an ascending triangle or a flat top breakout, but you can see that it starts to coil off of this support area right through here. Highs get a little bit higher, but the resistance remains the same at about 80 cents. Hits 80 cents, tests, but it's rejected. Comes back in that zone. You got some of that nice moving average support. And then when this thing decides to break right down through here, it takes an absolute walk to the upside. Now check this out. This thing takes out 80 cents. And again, these are the style stocks, pardon me, that we scan for intraday, and we have opportunities like nobody's business on these small cap stocks. Watch what happens at 80 cents. This thing absolutely rockets up to about 93 cents, pardon me, takes a small break, and then takes another big move to the upside. There it is right there, and it sees a $1.35 peak. Now this is all intraday. So you've moved from that 80-cent range. You took about a 13-cent tick to the upside. It took another breath, and then it really went to work. And it went to work right down through here. Again, the indicators that we use all give us some insight as to which way the general bias of the market is. And we use that as an indicator along with the time and sales, all things that we teach in the lifetime membership program, how to get long these stocks. We also have the scans for all of these. So if you have any questions, feel free to give me an email, info@jlewistrading.com. But I wanted to give you some insight as to the patterns that I'm trading on a regular basis, and it's flags and it's triangles. Bull flags, bear flags, bull triangles, bear triangles. Lead and trend is of the utmost importance. When these patterns are starting to be formed right through here, it's nothing more than a short-term break. It's consolidation. It's one set of buyers now becoming sellers and taking profit, and then the new set of buyers coming in and they become future sellers. And that is obviously how the market works. But I wanted to give you some quick insight. This is what we do. We do it day in, day out. Although I do trade options on swing trade like I did through here, I'm more of a intraday trader. That's where the bread and butter comes from. It's my primary go-to strategy. If you have any questions about that strategy, info@jlewistrading.com. It's also something that's covered thoroughly through the J. Lewis Trading Lifetime membership. Feel free to give us an email if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.